In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the idea to use your different faces of a cube actually as kind of like projection surfaces onto which we can put onto two-dimensional profiles, which then can help us to construct quite complicated surfaces. So let's start with something rather simple. Let's say somewhere here I'm going to draw a line like this. Okay, so now I would like to perfectly be able to draw the same shape here, which I could eyeball, but chances are incredibly high that I'm actually going to mess this up. So what I do instead is I try to break this line down into smaller segments, so I kind of like dot out the path and then I can sketch over it. So for example, kind of here the curve nearly becomes linear. So from the vanishing point through this point I draw a line so it cuts there. And we also know it starts somewhere there. Okay, perfect. So now I would like this one to be over here, but it's on the face. It's not really on an edge, so I don't really have any reference point. That's not really a big problem. Simply what we can do, here I draw a straight vertical down, and you see then there where it hits actually the ground line of my box. See, I'm drawing a line, and then there is my next cut, and now I have to figure out the height. So I draw another line with the height there, and I can go up, and there it is. So there, this point we have here. Let's do one more point, because the more you have, the more precise you will be. So there, and through the top, kind of there, from there, then up, there, and there. Okay, so let's see if this is now enough actually. And then you can, as you can see, perfectly recreate an arc you have on one side onto another side, and make sure that prospectively everything is foreshortened accurately. Let's try to do the same on the other side, and we make a small variation to it. There. Okay, so I would like to bring that over. So line tool, probably somewhere there. There's my first cut. And I would like to have one here and one there. So number 1, number 2, 3, and 4 there. And there are those points. Perfect. So probably now I can easily plot my line through with this. And there. Okay, good. So let's say actually I would like to, if you think from the top, shave away a lot of this part. So I'm going to work now with a different color, let's say green. And let's say I would like this shape to be cut out. So for example, the way how I would process now, proceed and draw a line up. So somewhere there we would start. But now I need to figure out where are all these other points actually. And here, let me show you this. So you see where the green line cuts the red line. Also there I can actually make a line up. And here I can make a line up. So you see actually that I have pretty much the same idea. So coming down, maybe I want to put in one more thing here in between. There, up, and there. So I have another small height element. Okay. And then bring this line up. Okay, so it actually sits right there. Okay, good. So, and then let's plot our path through this. And there actually at this point it would overlap. So here you see now how we projected actually the green curve on from the cube bottom up onto this arced red surface. And again, as you can see, all I'm using are just my box, the edges of my box, vanishing points, construction lines, and then I'm always creating those small and incredibly helpful construction boxes because they are always really helpful. It's always the same, just squares proportionally. If I go to here, I can find another one there and there. Okay. So let's do this one more time. Let's make this shape. So I want to bring this one up onto my top face. So let me see which will be the best way. So this point I would bring over here and bring up and bring over. So from this vanishing point, I project it onto the left side of my cube and go up and then back to the vanishing point. And there is, for example, my first point. This one and this one we have already. Let's make another one here. So for example, in this case, I go simply from there to here, up and somewhere up, bring it over. Oh, it wasn't long enough. So there it is. And for example, I make just one last through here. Whoa, wrong pen. Because you see it actually, it cuts my diagonal, another diagonal, that's fine. So here, bring this line up, and then where it cuts it, that's where that point is. Perfect. Okay, and then we can start drawing a curve nicely through all these points. Whoa, I shaked a little bit. Let's do this one more time. There. I don't really like the way how this flows. I have a little bit of friction on my tablet there. Okay. So let's say this red arc we would like to cut as well. And let's say we're cutting it this way. So you see actually I stop somewhere in front. Okay, so from here to the vanishing point, there is our first line. Okay, so that one was pretty easy to find. There it has to stop. And now, for example, we can maybe use the same lines we already have. See here, I go up till it hits my green line, and then I go back to the vanishing point because here it cuts this line. Then I'm going to use the diagonal we have there go up till it hits my green arc, and then from there going back to the vanishing point, and somewhere it will hit this vertical red line. Let's go to the next one. So here actually this overlays. So from there over to the vanishing point, there we have the next one. And there you can see now, if you connect these lines together, how this might have to look. I'm uncertain about here if I go up or if I go down. So I'm actually simply putting in one more line in between, go up. So from there, go back. Let's see. There. Oh, interesting. No. Well, there it should be. Okay, that one only makes sense. Okay, now let's see quickly maybe how this has to look. If we plot a path through it. Yeah, so there's our shape. So there you have it. You notice here in this area, actually I went down a little bit because essentially this whole surface makes an arc and bends that way. So that probably will be correct. I specifically showed this demo simply to show you that sometimes the way how you think something should look is sometimes different than the way how it will look when you construct it. Because I mentioned it before, trusting your eyes is one thing. Being sure and constructing it is something different, because sometimes your eyes can easily really be fooled. So I would trust something like this more than my own intuition.